Now, these following exercises are for you that do not like to meditate. So you understand that the first step to really processing it is to allowing yourself to sit with it, to feel it, to stop resisting it so that you can heal it. And how do you do that? It's through the practice of meditation. It's allowing it to just be, to sense it, to feel it, to heal it. You see, you got to stop rejecting it. You got to stop running away from it. You got to stop suppressing it, repressing, escaping it, just expressing it and constantly talking about it so that it continues to show up in your life. Because what you put your attention on, what you continue to focus on, will continue to become more into your life. It will continue to move into your life even more. So we got to stop that. Stop talking about it. It doesn't need to continue to be talked about. Now, I don't think that talking is such a bad thing. That's not what I'm saying. I think therapists and counselors and people to talk to is really good. You shouldn't keep it all to yourself, but you should allow yourself to meditate on it as well. That's going to be the main ingredient here. But now, how about if you don't like to meditate? Well, first thing I just want to say, too dang bad. No, I'm just kidding. Meditation will help you to become emotionally free from the internal chaos within so that you can begin to move on and create and reclaim your happiness. So meditation is a practice of just sitting in solitude. That's really what it is. That's my definition of it. So solitude can be daunting and even frightening to many, especially when you are emotionally dependent upon someone else to bring you a sense of feeling, belonging, purpose, significance, but it will allow you to do the hard work. It'll allow you to do the work that it's going to take in order for you to go inward, to process your pain and fears so you can sit with yourself and grow stronger in your sense of self, to ground and to center yourself into a greater purpose after this heartbreak. Your time in solitude can help you to discover new healing tools, can help you to, that you might have never been open to receiving before. So be brave. Be brave in the meditation. Be brave in the sitting in solitude. Be brave in the studying your form of meditation, whether it's the release technique where you just sit here and just like you're feeling something and you just close your eyes and you just say, release, release, release. And literally I do that because oftentimes I feel nervous, anxious, stressed, overwhelmed, worried, because of the line of work I do. These are the significance, the purpose that I bring into my life, the things that we have. Well, I'm human. I feel what you feel. I've experienced what you've experienced. And I remember how challenging it was to move through it. I had no direction. I had no idea what to do. What can I focus on to help me feel better today? Like, I just want to be happy. I just want to be healthier. I just want to be like, I don't have to continue to feel like I need them in my life. And meditation was a key ingredient to help me actually move on, help me to sit with it and just recognize that you have to sit with it. You have to feel it in order to heal it. There's no other way. I've tried video games. I've tried pornography. I tried sex. I've tried drinking. I've tried drugs. I've tried, you name it. I've experimented. I've tried. I didn't know what to do. I just numb myself. I turn my heart off. I numb myself and I try to, sleep with someone in order to get over her. It just doesn't. Things don't work. So if you're doing any of those, don't do those things. They're not going to help you. Meditation can help you if practiced enough. So, but if you don't like to meditate, well, then listen, we got some other things. So if you're not a meditator, well, then you've got to learn how to still remove it from your mind. A lot of my stress, a lot of my worry, a lot of my pain and suffering often is processed once I remove it from my mind. So how do you remove a, emotion or thought from your mind so that it's not controlling you anymore? Well, the way that you do that is you write it out. There's the 12-minute writing technique to quickly release your negative emotions. And I'm going to talk to you about that here today, because ultimately this is one that I do day in and day out. Here's my journal sitting right here in front of me. So this is where I begin to process anything that I'm currently experiencing, feeling. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, but today we're focusing on the bad because I know where you're at mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And so we're going to work through this. So how do you begin to purge your emotional, well-being? Well, the way that you purge an emotion is you remove it from your mind. Right now it's caught up in your mind's web. How do you release it from that mind's web? Well, you take it out of your mind and put it on paper. That's what you do. Boom, put it on paper. Grab that pen, grab that notebook, and then, get started there. So this is such a powerful exercise, and it's going to work best if you just keep writing and don't stop to think about what you'll write next or do any kind of self-edits. Forget about the punctuation or making your handwriting pretty or even legible. In fact, you may get to the point where your emotions are flowing so fast and furious that you can't even write real words. And that's okay. I've been there too. It's kind of fun. You're like, what the heck did I just write? I don't know, but it felt good. It felt good, right? So just keep the pen in contact with the paper and let the thought roll out of you. This isn't a time to be polite or fair. This is just your side of the story. Also, at the end of the exercise, you'll be able to destroy the pages you've written so that you as you write, there's no reason to worry that anybody else is going to receive them and get them. So this exercise is really about writing it and burning it, releasing it, writing it, burning it, releasing it. That's what it's about. So you take all of these negative thoughts, these emotions that you've identified, all of these things that you've been struggling with holding on to, and you're going to write it down on a piece of paper, write it in your notebook, tear out the piece of paper, and you're going to burn that sucker. So here are the directions, my friends. I'm going to share my screen with you so that you're here with me. I hope you don't mind me sharing my screen. I thought this would be helpful, but so ultimately, this is exercise number 2. You're going to write it out and you're going to burn it. Ultimately, directions before you begin: get a notepad and pen and find a quiet place where you won't be so disturbed. Sit down and turn on some music. I love listening to music while I write. And if you'd like, just set a timer for 12 minutes. Open your notebook and simply start writing about whatever is disturbing your peace. It could be your ex, your health, your job, your finances, your personal relationships, or whatever is on your heart at that time that you open up your notebook. Don't think about it too much. Just start writing. Ideally, I would begin with your ex because that's what we're talking about. Ideally, at the end of the 12 minutes, stop writing and immediately take the pages to a secure, non-flammable area like a concrete patio, your driveway, fireplace, or barbecue set, and just set them to flame. Let them go. Let the earth reclaim it in smoke. Don't just tear them up. Fire is transformative and it's very cleansing. So your goal is to neutralize the negative energy, and fire does that by changing the chemical composition of the paper to ash. It's a beautiful thing. It's a part of the releasing technique. You should try it. If you haven't tried it, don't look past this. Try to start writing the emotions that you're stuck in your mind, in your mind's web, down, and then burning them. They are a powerful way to release it. So as you kind of work through this, there's just some things that you need to kind of keep in mind as you work through this right now. So as you finish each writing session, don't read over what you've written. To do this is to reinfect yourself with the negative energy. Do not reread what you have written. Okay. Next is do not do this on a computer or on any other electronic device. You want a physical, energetic connection between you and the material you're using, the pen, the paper, so that you can expel as much of that emotional charge as possible. That's why this exercise must be done in your own handwriting. There is a physical, energetic connection that's going to, there's a powerful energetic removal that takes place from your mind and on paper when you remove it out of your mind and you put on paper. I don't know what it is exactly, but you feel more in control. You're looking down on it. It's not looking down on you. You're controlling it. It's not controlling you. And lastly, you may use lots of powerful negatively charged words during this process to discharge pain, but remember to never direct them toward yourself. Be kind. Be kind to yourself and know that you have every right to feel what you're feeling. So allow yourself to feel it. Remember, don't reject it. Feel it in order to heal it. And if you have questions, if you're struggling with that, you know where to reach out to me. Please reach out to me. I'm here to guide you. I'm not just this video. I'm more than a video. I am your guide. I'm your coach. I am here for you. So ask me anything if you're struggling with this. Now, how long do you actually do this for? Well, you should do it every day, but I'm just recommending for this time, 7 days. Even after the 7 days are over, this is a practice that you must keep in your tool belt constantly. Oftentimes, I find it works best for me when I work on it on a nightly ritual as a way of regularly purging negative energy and maintaining clarity before I fall asleep. Because ultimately, I do not like marinating for 8 hours in my bed with a negative thought or emotion. I like to release that negative thought and emotion before I crawl into bed so that I can have a peaceful and restful night of sleep, which is what we all need when we feel unmotivated, unhappy, unloved, not worthy, and hopeless and helpless and lost and confused and worried and fearful. Like, we need a good night's sleep. We need to take care of us. So in that, allow yourself a nightly ritual to just purge all of those negative thoughts and feelings of the day. So, there's so many ways in which this ultimately helps, but ultimately when we write, our body tends to release tension. It is somewhat similar to the tension released during intimate sessions. This process also includes burning of the paper, which eventually allows us to knock out negative thoughts and letting go of negative energy. Following this technique, I believe every single day will prevent negative thoughts from accumulating and helps us to release our emotions. So that's what I need you to focus on. So if you don't like to meditate, which you should meditate regardless whether you like it or not, because ultimately you don't also like how you feel. And if you want to feel better, learn how to sit with it, feel it, to heal it, so you can stop rejecting it. It puts eyes on it, puts love on it, and it allows you to release it and move it. Next, what you could do is you could literally write it and then burn it. And then finally is the radical acceptance. Practice radical of acceptance. So you're going to print out 7 copies of the radical acceptance worksheet and fill it out every single day. So what is that? So that looks like this: radical acceptance. You're going to get a copy of that and you can print it out and work through this every single day. This is going to be very helpful in a time of when you're feeling bad and you feel like you have no control over the situation. And you feel like you can't change, the situation, the past. This is going to help you to radically accept, because the greatest way to let go of something is to radically accept it. That's the greatest way, because once you radically accept it, you've let it go. Because when you accept it, you're not trying to change it. So inevitably, I know, and you know this, that we all experience pain in our life, whether it be physical or emotional. Pain is just natural occurrence that signals something is wrong, that we're, remember, off our path, not on path, not on our belief, not on our value, not on our goals, desires, hearts, wants, needs, desires. How we choose to deal with the pain, however, has a significant impact on our overall quality of life and well-being. So often what I've learned is people choose to ignore or reject certain kinds of pain or use unhealthy coping habits to minimize the discomfort in the short term. By not accepting reality, my friend, pain turns into suffering, which causes us ongoing distress. Typically, people respond to pain in 4 ways. The first way we oftentimes experience and respond to pain is through problem solving. This means we accept the reality of the situation and do what you are able to do and change, leave, and or leave the situation. We oftentimes try to change our feelings, understanding the issues at hand, observing its meaning, and seeking a positive out of the negative. We also sometimes we accept and turn to the mind. So another way is to remain miserable. This is the last way. By not accepting reality, individuals choose to suffer, which can basically cause us to exacerbate already difficult and distressful situations. So listen, there's the 4 ways in which we oftentimes find ourselves responding to pain. And I just want to help you understand, and I highlighted this in blue so that you really understood this point in process, is that the only way to release the negative emotions that you're currently experiencing is to accept the reality and to face it head on. That's the truth. So ultimately, my friend, in this, I want to talk about what you can really begin to do. I can ideally stop there, because I want you to go to the radical acceptance worksheet and work through this. You're going to work through this one by one, what's currently bothering you. You're going to begin to learn how to understand your reality by answering these questions, and you're going to learn how to accept the reality by answering these specific questions as well. It's pretty easy this week, or in this video. It's really, reading the letting go document. It's really about implementing the daily meditation practice. It's really about writing it and burning it. It's really about implementing, the radical acceptance. So I do want to spend maybe a little bit more time on the radical acceptance part here, to talk to you about what is radical acceptance to me. Well, I think when it comes to radical acceptance is really about stopping your fight against your current reality. Stop responding with impulsive and destructive behaviors when things aren't going the way that you want them to, and letting go of the bitterness that may keep many of us trapped in the cycle of suffering. To truly learn how to accept your reality, that heartbreak, that loss, that pain, we must understand the facts about the past and present, even if they may be uncomfortable to accept. By examining the cause of the heartbreak or the situation that causes the pain, we can better equip ourselves to move forward with life so that we create a life worth living, even when pain may arise. By embracing your reality, that I and where I am because of the thoughts, decisions that I have made and they have made. By embracing the reality rather than rejecting the reality, you are able to break the cycle of suffering. The key to processing your emotional poison is stop the rejection, stop the denial, stop the bad talk. It's to accept it, to feel it, to heal it, to meditate on it, to write about it, to release it, to burn it. Right? It's to then accept it with complete acceptance without, once again, it's the idea of you not allowing yourself to fight the current reality. This is my reality. It is what it is. I can't change the past, but I sure can change the future. I can stop the bad habit of stalking them, and I can start the new habit of spending time with me instead. Listen, by choosing to do nothing about the pain and suffering is still a constant habit, bad habit that can keep you in your pain and suffering. So you've got to just understand this. Radical acceptance to me are these three things. It means that radical means all of the way, complete and total. That's what it means. It means accepting it in your mind, your heart, your body. It also means when you stop fighting your reality, rejecting your reality, stop throwing tantrums because your reality is not the way you've expected it to be or want it to be, and you finally let go of that bitterness. That's what it means. So go ahead, dive into the radical acceptance practice. See which one you like most. You know, you have 3 different exercises here. 4 if you consider reading the power of letting go an exercise, but ultimately you're going to read the letting go document once again. Okay. That's how you process it. You're going to understand what it means to let go. Your mind's going to interpret when you're like, well, I don't know how to let go. Well, this is the answer is found in this document. Secondly, you're going to meditate. You're going to start implementing some meditation in your life. You're going to find comfort in solitude. Then you're going to write about it. You're going to remove it from your mind. And then you're going to go to the practice radical acceptance worksheet, and you're going to learn how to begin to practice radical acceptance. I hope this video serves you. I hope that you find it helpful. If you have questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Reach out to me. Ask me anything. If you're struggling, you don't have to struggle alone. That's what I love about this. This content doesn't need to be just listened to and then forgot about. You can come to me and ask me anything. So know that I'm here. You're not alone. You are loved. You are worthy. And I'm excited for the next video where we're going to spend time talking about forgiveness.